Hey guys, it's Archie Luxury. We are on the Archie Luxury live stream and Archie Luxury channel itself. Guys, we're doing the live streaming today. Here to talk back and beaming live about watches, wrist watches. And I've got to tell you something. You can do whatever you want, guys. The watches, it is all so cool. Let's send a few invites out. I'm going to send one to Goldberg. He was great. Last night, we had a lot of fun. Send one to Doc. Doc Tan Goldberg. We've got, who else have I got here? Let me have a look. Oh, Bear Clooney. What Bear was on? He made me give Naki keys. Naki's got keys again. I don't know. I was that happy with that, but hey, Herman Rance is back. Let's get him on. I'd like to chat to him. He's okay. Who else have we got there? Let's have a look. Hofmeister. I love the Meister, the Hofmeister. There's only one Hofmeister. I'd also love to get Jay Anthony on. Where's he gone? Where is he gone? I don't know. He just doesn't want to come on. You know, we had such a good time talking watches and things there. And it's everything is okay. I've quite enjoyed it. It's okay. It's okay. What else is new? What else is exciting and new? What else is new? Exciting and new. I don't understand Apes. Apes is always, you know, Apes. I got to be honest with you, Apes. You're really starting to shit me. If you don't like it, just go, man. Just go. Life's too short. Life's too short to hate. What the hell's Toy Friends? Look at this. These are nasty fuckers. Arch, why are you smearing other people when you know, Tommy, Toy Friends? That's plastic. Plastic. I can see that's plastic. You're just an asshole. Why don't you fuck off? I've never seen you super chat once. Apes is just horrible, man. Just horrible. Pleased you're back in the game, SD43. Thank you. Life isn't grand. Night Driver. Thank you, Night Driver. Now we've got a super chat. Terry Boston. Terry Boston. Terry Boston, $35. Archie, I love your show and you're a great host, sir. I am flying back to my homeland, the United Kingdom, the first week of December. Oh, he's going back in December. Okay. I miss you and your show always. Hope all is well. God bless you and your family always. Very cool. Very, very cool. I gotta have some water. I want some water. I need some water. We want water now. Water. Get some water. Water. I need some water. I haven't drunken. I need some water. Water's always good for the soul. The soul. $69 punters on the stream now. Very, very good. Look at that. Very good. It's all fantastic. Yeah, it's all good. All good. Everything is okay. What else can I say there? Where's the super chat button? Super chat button's working, mate. We got Crown Gold, $10. Welcome back, Pontiff. How did you get back on your channel? I just spoke to my Google rep, YouTube rep. They sorted it out. They realized they need the money more than me. They need their cut more than me. That's the way it works in the business. That's the way it works. So, guys, what can I say? What am I doing? What is happening in life? I got to tell you guys, seriously, I am very, very keen, to get some interesting shit happening with the collection. I want more stuff. I do. But you know what the problem is, don't you? King, country, and queen. That's the problem. King, country, and Queenie Poo. Queenie Poo, that's what you got to do, guys. You need to... Fuck, I got some. You know what? I really want to play with watches. I love the fucking things. I'm just thinking, how do I expand my collection more? Because I don't want to do loser talk. I want more, not less. I want more, not less. But I am broke to be able to afford this shit. These are expensive fucking watches are not cheap. These fucking things, I got to be honest with you, they are fucking expensive. Very, very, very expensive. And I love them to death. Like, I love these fucking things. Let's have a look. What do we got here? Let's have a look. I want to show you some pickies. See, I love this box. Look at that fucking... I just love it. The Pam. Oh, fuck me dead. I want to wear my Pam again. Wear the fucking Pam. Put it back on my wrist. That's what I want. Wrist watches. That's what you want. Pam on the wrist. That's what you want. You want Pams. I love a good Pam. That's what I do. I love Pams. Oh, we got the comments. Yeah, put that on. There we go. We got some. Oh, that's good. You know what? I fucking wanna... I'm thinking, if I don't sell any more of the Bregs, the two goldies, I might just get a steel Type 20. And what else would I love? I'd love to add a reverso. That's what I'd like to add, fuckies. We've got a super chat here from Patel Philippe, $5. What drove your interest to join Curly's stream yesterday? And did you sign a deal with him for 1 dungeon a week? Look, I don't understand what he wanted from me. I just couldn't. He wanted me to add. I don't understand. Does he want to do a dungeon or he doesn't? I don't understand. I don't understand what he wanted. But you know what? I went on there. I was in high spirits, good mood. I just want to let but actually Doc invited me on. That's why. Doc. Doc, get Reverso. Forget the Type 20. Well, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I've got a nice little collection. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough, guys. Enough. That's right. I think I got enough. How many do you really need? That's a tricky equation. It is very tricky. Tricky equation. Yes. Tricky Dicky. What else can I say? I don't know what else I can say. Patel Philippe, $5. He's a great guy. Patel Philippe. He's always a great guy. I really enjoy adding. See, the thing is with the watches itself there, you want to add Patel Philippe, my claims to fame. I don't know about Powie. He's interesting character. We got Pastor. Hey, Pastor. Great to see Pastor here. Discount. There are some people I like. Discount makes me feel comfortable. Pastor. I like Pastor. NATO. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Therefore, I understand. Would you get a reverse mortgage to fund watches? No fucking way in the world. No way in the world. Hey, hey. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. It's always, it is always, you can't always get what you want. Yeah. I totally get it, man. I totally get it. I get it. You know, sometimes in life, it's not easy. Let me say this to you. It's not fucking easy. I've been trying to build a kick-ass collection for ages. And I thought, you know, in the past, when I wanted to do kick-ass shit, what you do is, what you used to do is you used to, when you wanted kick-ass, you put more money in, right? That's what I wanted to do. I really wanted to do kick-ass shit. I love kick-ass. I wanted kick-ass shit, but you know what? You know what? It's just shit. It is tough. Everything in life is not fantastic. It was always never. It's never as simple as you think. You got to realize this. Nothing's simple, but I've got to be honest with you. With my collection, I look at it and think to myself, you know what? Maybe it's best. Maybe there's many things in life you go through, and I kind of think the best thing you can do is, you know, best things in life are free. Do you think they're free? Do you think they are free? Are they free? What is free in your life? You tell me this. A lot of things aren't free. Nothing is free forever. You know, we kind of, I got to be honest with you, man. I've been many things I've been disappointed. Many things I've been disappointed with. Okay. And sometimes it's not as easy as you think it is. And I've been desperately trying to build a kick-ass collection to fucking just kick in. Kick it, man. Kick that bitch. Pinstripe Breeze. Here we go. Pinstripe Breeze. $5. Breitling Navy Bejeweled. Ooh, a Navy. See, the thing is, I want to stay away from chronographs because I already got too many. I really have too many. That's the problem. I got too many. I think in my own self there, you don't want to have, how many fucking chronographs do you want? Like I'm happy to have a couple chronographs, but how many of these fucking things do you want? That's the thing. How many do you want? How many things do you want? That's a good thing. I would really be honest with you. I've trying my best. That's all you can do. Try your best, man. You know, I always have tried to build kick-ass collections. That's what has been the cornerstone of the streaming and the life. You know what I mean? And I got to be honest with you guys. It's not always easy. Sometimes I fucking put thousands into my collection. I put thousands. And I thought what would happen is it would help me. I thought it would really fucking help me do well. I thought to myself, you know what? Let's do this, baby. Let's do this. But it didn't really work out. It didn't work out. And this is just the way it goes. You got to understand it. It's shit. Sometimes you add stuff to your collection. It does nothing. I put thousands of dollars in and it went nowhere. Okay. Went nowhere. Didn't fly like an eagle. And I got to tell you, some sad stuff is I got rid of stuff. I got rid of watches that I fucking, because look at that. Look at that. That's the Bentley Bear in the back of the Beamer. There ain't no, see, it's not a terrible looking car. See, I love that car, but it's got some really expensive maintenance coming up for it in the next 20,000 kilometers. I've got to fucking do the diff and transmission service. That's $2,500 fucking $1,000. Did you know that? This is expensive shit. Expensive. There's some cars. I love model cars, okay? Yes. How's that for a hobby? Model cars. Would you collect this shit? Would you collect that? Would you do this sort of stuff? Look at them. That's an E30 to a G20. Look at that. We got a super chat. Crown Gold. Crown Gold. They say all you need in life is to love and be loved. But guess what? Girlfriend and wives cost money. Kids cost even more money. Everything costs money. At least watches won't divorce you. Good point. That's a very good point. Very, very good point. He's on point, and it's a good point. Very good point. These I'm just showing. We got another super chat. Bateman's, buffets, and breguets, $8. Loser talk. Watches are for wearing. Whiskey is for drinking. Wenches are for wooting. Louis is for wankers. Louis is for winkers. I don't get it. What's that? Louis. What's a Louis? Louis. I don't get it. I'm just showing you some of the hobbies. I like these hobbies. I'm an enthusiast. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Aren't they these good scale models, hey? Yeah, that's the progression. The Audi, the Beamer, and a Bentley Mulsanne. I love the Mulsanne. That was probably one of the cool. Oh, look at the ass on these cars. Very cool Ficas indeed, you know. The coolest Ficas you'll ever find, hey? Very cool Ficas. That's what they are. Cool, friendly Ficas. We don't want nasty Ficas. We want friendly Ficas. That's what we want, guys. What do I think there? Look at this. Look, just having a look at the cars. The thing I love about 1 to 18 is they're actually in proportion to other 1 to 18. So you can get a size guide. Very cool indeed. Ooh, that's before the termite eradication program. See, new stumps. Remember the dodgy stump that was there? Fucking hell, that was dodgy. All eradicated. Look at that. It's underneath. Just checking her out. I got to climb under there in the next couple of days. See, you could live under here. I could rent this out. Don't you think? I could rent this out to a fam. Oh, look at the Zenith. Beautiful watches. I love gorgeous watches. I don't necessarily like cheap, nasty, vicious watches. You know, I like expensive watches. I don't want cheap, nasty. Not necessarily cheap and nasty. I want, look at that. That's a beautiful collection. Get it off the ground, big boy. We got Mr. Zoso, greatest guy, Mr. Zoso, member for 48 months. I see nothing has changed. New York is called. Hey, Mr. Zoso, man, I got to tell you, man. I had to get rid of my paddock. Mr. Zoso's a paddock man. I had to sell my world time, Mr. Zoso. I needed the money. I needed the money. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. I needed the money. I did. I did need the money. I needed the money. Needed the money. I like a nice whiskey. A whiskey. Mr. Zoso, member for 48 months. I see nothing has changed. New York is calling you, Arch. Fuck me, Dad. You know how expensive New York is? My God. My God, it is so expensive. It's not cheap. It's not cheap in the least. You know, New York is not cheap. Let me tell you this, Mr. Zoso. I love you. You're a cool, he's just a cool guy. Cool guy. Cool guy. And yeah, it's one of these things, Mr. Zoso. I can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want because you know, it's some of this stuff is expensive, okay? It's expensive. Everything in life is expensive. Nothing is cheap. Let me tell you that. Nothing is fucking cheap anymore. That's for sure. It's difficult. Life is not always so easy. It's difficult, vicious, nasty. That's the way it goes. There's not much you can do about it. You just gotta. Shit. I gotta take this. Hello, Paul speaking.
Archie, luxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind the family, no regrets. He's got a birthday, I'm your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxy show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost, but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's
There we go again. Sorry about that. I had to take that call. My son's car, a truck drove by and broke off the mirror and damaged his vehicle. Okay. That's what happened. Okay. That's what happened. So I just had to take the call. Very annoying. That's the Honda. Honda got damaged. That's what happened. Honda got damaged. It's what else can I say here? What have we got? Another super chat. Super chats are coming in fast. We got Horror Breakdown, $2, $2 for the No Cheap and Nasty Watch Fund. No Cheap and Nasty Watch Fund. Come on, guys. We need some panelists. I need some panelists. We've got Horror Breakdown. We got Mr. Zoso, $10. Tan will pay. I will sweep you away for a day. Yeah, we had such a man. Oh, fuck. That was that was amazing holiday. Yes. Fuck, I've had a lot of good stuff in my life. I have enjoyed a lot. I've enjoyed a lot, Mr. Zoso. I'd love to see you. You know what? The problem is it's so far away. New York, so far away. So far away. And, yeah, what do you do with the drunken sailor? What? Yes. Thank you for the update. What can I say, guys? It is what it is. It is what it is. Life ain't easy. It's not easy. Do you want to see the footage of where they damaged my son's car? Do you want to see it? That could be a good thing. We could bring. Oh, we got Aussie Expat, my favorite Aussie punter. How are you, my friend?
Good. I'll be doing a few things, so I'll be off video. I'll be doing a few things. I'll be off video, but happy to chat. How you doing, Arch?
Hey, I am fantastic. Fat Fire. I'm lean fire. If you're fat fire, I'm skinny fire. How ironic is that?
I think you're doing a little better than the lean fire. We'll see. You're doing okay. I mean, you've still got a ways to go, but you know there's a plan.
When do you reckon I can retire? Because I've had enough. Okay, I've really had enough. You understand what I'm like? You know, you can just burn
Yeah.
out. I had enough
Yeah.
of work. I hate working.
Yeah.
When would you suggest I could call it quits?
Unfortunately, I think you need another 5 or 10, but it depends on your
5 or 10
investments.
million? 5 or
Yeah.
10 million
No,
or
no, no,
years?
years. But it depends on your investments. Your investments have the potential to grow, but they they need to, you need to make sure that they're actually in the right place.
Buying
That's
watches?
about
How
it.
many more watches do you think I should buy?
You need 10 Submariners is what you need. 10 Submariners. That would
Yeah,
be a wise choice.
yeah, I get what you're saying. The Submariners are amazing pieces.
Yeah.
It's fire. I gotta say, congratulations. You are a super achiever. That what you've achieved, because you never really inherited money, was no silver spoon
No.
given to you.
No,
It
my
was all your
mum and dad were
own.
divorced. They were both
Broken
poor.
family, broken home. Look at this, broken. Now this guy here, who is this guy? Hey, turn your camera on, then we can see who you are. No, he's left because he does. It's a that's Watch Nick and Uzi. They're trying to corrupt my stream again. Tell me this: what do you think is? Can watches be an investment tool, or they are no longer investments? They really are.
They
They
never they never were.
Well,
I
they
mean,
were.
even
No, Bloomberg, all the big financial things were saying it's side hustle, great return on investment, ROI, ROI. That's a term
yeah.
that I am so disappointed I didn't sell off my business when I had a chance.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know what I mean? I had that
Well,
guy.
they have the earnouts, you know what I mean? Even if you quote unquote sold, it probably would have had criteria that you needed to stay on for like 10 years or
What can I
something.
do now?
And you wouldn't have even been earning that much, like on top of it. So, and the earnout usually has like performance numbers. So you would have been both locked in and underperforming, quote unquote. And any buyout wouldn't have worked. Like I wouldn't regret that. A buyout wouldn't have worked.
No.
Like you would never have gotten the money, is what I'm saying. Like you would have sold, you would have been locked in, and then they would say, "No, you don't get any money because the performance wasn't there." You know what I mean?
Performance. Yeah,
Evidently.
no, you're right. You're right. The rich get richer, the poor stay poor. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
Tell me this.
Yeah.
Any investment watches? I think the best thing I could do is reduce debt by selling the fucking watches. That is the best investment I've done. Is dumped a whole stack. And I got to tell you, I really find when you got a big collection, tell me this. Do you end up just wearing beaters like you wear the Tudors and that there? Whereas if you've got more expensive pieces.
I'm wearing my FXD today. I mean, your default is like your true you know what I mean? But that would just mean like, so I'm wearing the FXD.
Oh, that's so cool.
But
That's with the fixed spring bars, isn't it?
Yeah, the one piece body type thing. But the watch isn't special if you wear it all the time. Now, I could totally wear a Submariner all the time, but I try not to keep more than one luxury watch at home at a time. So at the moment, I've got a Daytona. So I'm not doing everything in the Daytona. So I throw the FXD on, and invariably there'll be a day that I wake up and I don't put the Daytona on. So the FXD is the watch that I wear most of the time.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you just wear something expensive and exotic?
Yeah, I mean, I could do that for Submariner, for sure. I just I don't know. I still think the Submariner, at least my Submariners, are special enough that I wouldn't. I mean, I put them through enough. Like I take them on holiday, and then they're worn for like you know, a
We've
month
got a
straight.
guide in the back room there, guys. If you're a first-time user, you've got to show yourself on the camera. I'm not going to let you on if you've never come on before. You got to have your camera on so I can see you're not a plant from Uzi. We had some. I mean, it's pretty obvious, Victor. If you don't show yourself, I'm not going to let you on. I'll just ban you. I had enough of your. I'll just kick you out. If you're not going to turn your camera on, just fuck off. Let me ask you something. How now that have you officially retired?
No, I've got 2 weeks left. Next Friday is my last day.
Oh wow.
Last 2 weeks. But you know, I don't have any project work left. I'm just the on-call bitch for the next week. Basically, if anything emergent happens, I handle it. But I just fingers crossed. It's sort of like the you know, like falling down. You know, your last cop on his last day on duty. Hopefully, nothing happens.
Yes. We got Mac Lobster, $2. Expat, what do you do to cut loose?
Cut loose. I don't really do anything to cut loose. Yeah, I don't drink. Don't gamble. Don't drive fast cars. So yeah, I'm pretty boring. I guess you could say maybe video games.
Do you
Video
remember
games in my home theater.
Vanessa Anamorosi? The singer?
The name rings a bell. Yeah, back in like the 90s.
Yeah, 90s, early 2000s. She was at the
Yeah,
Olympics, Sydney Olympics.
yeah.
If her mother and stepfather spent all her money, Gonski.
Wow, nasty, nasty.
Well, it can happen so easily. You know, money just goes so quickly. You know what the funny thing is with you, 42 years old and you're retiring. Congratulations. The only thing is, I will say this to you, it can be very lonely because I don't know any other 42-year-olds who have reached that milestone in their life. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people talk about it, but thankfully I've got a Discord where it's a vetted Discord. You have to show
And
like
let me
you've got.
tell you this, Aussie expat, you are welcome on this stream any day or time you want. In fact, I'm happy to give you keys. I really do like your contributions. You can talk about whatever the fuck you are welcome here anytime you like.
Oh, thank you, Arch.
I'm serious.
I'll talk to you next month once I got a little bit more time.
Yeah, because I really find, I think to having a successful retirement, it's not just the money. I think it's good to have a few good key hobbies. And
yeah, you got to have goals still. I mean, yeah. I think the bigger issue is not finding.
Now I've got a few.
What am I going to do? It's
pitch
putting
to you.
too many things
I've got
on.
a few.
My wife.
I got a few fun things I want to pitch to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what we do. Okay. Can I give you some ideas?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What we do is I'll come over and visit you in Vegas or Florida, wherever the fuck you are now.
Mm-hmm.
We get two Lamborghinis, a Lamborghini and a Ferrari, and then we set it up with remote control things. Then we stand on a hill and we drive them like radio control cars. How is that?
That's something that would be happily rendered in AI.
Did you hear
not so
about the
much
cops
real life.
who tried to pull over a driverless car?
Yeah, I think it was a Waymo, a Google Waymo.
Yeah, they had no way. What do they do with the ticket? What do they do?
Yeah, they did. In this case, they didn't do anything. Like they inquired and stuff, but nothing really came of it.
Made an illegal U-turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, it wasn't like many other instances where it was a Tesla and they just slam into an emergency vehicle.
I don't think driverless is really that safe. Do you?
Absolutely not. Yeah. big hell no. As an engineer, hell no. 100% hell no.
We've got a super chat here. That watch boy, member for 7 months, he goes, tell Aussie expat to wear Lalex. Too much tutor time is. But look, I got to tell you, the thing about tutor is, I will tell you honestly, I fucking love tuna. Tunas
I
are
love Tudor.
amazing. They are
Yeah.
amazing stuff. Okay, it's
Yeah. I
very,
mean,
very amazing.
I don't care what anyone says. Like they can't tell me that it's a poor man's Rolex because I've got the Rolexes too. Um,
No, I
I
actually, and I think that one you're wearing, the FXD, that is such a fucking gorgeous
yeah,
piece. It's so unique. There's nothing in Rolex range that does that. What Rolex has fixed
exactly.
spring bars? What roll? It's titanium, I think, as
And
well, isn't it?
titanium. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
What?
and
Well,
titanium.
okay. They got the Yachtmaster in titanium, but they haven't released it on a fucking cool NATO. It's on a,
Yes. And the
it's so
prototype
non.
was on a strap. I was
Look,
really disappointed when the Yachtmaster came out and it was
I
on a
tell you what's
bracelet.
happened with Tudor. Let me tell you what's happened with Tudor. Okay, I'll tell you what's happened with Tudor. Rolex was that's the benchmark, right? And Tudor was the daggy nephew. Daggy,
Hmm.
okay? Daggy, like
Hmm.
he tucked his shirt in at school, leather shoes, socks pulled up, just very, very daggy. Then Tudor has hit puberty and he's become a rock star. He's grown his hair. He's told everyone to fuck off. Man, that's lovely. That's a lovely.
Is this approval?
That's a great watch.
It's just the least valuable one
By
in
the
the
way,
GMT
I'm wearing
line.
a GMT as well. Look at this.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
wearing Explore. I really love this watch. We got
Very
another super
nice.
chat here. Go for 33. $2. Lange minute repeater, perpetual or Breguet 5447. Okay, let me bring that up on the screen. I don't even know what this FICA is. Let's get this baby on the screen. Let's get this baby on the screen. So we're talking Breguet 5447. What is it? Oh, it's a minute repeater. Fuck me dead. That's a minute. It's 400,000 US fuckaroonies. It's fuckaroonies. That is not cheap. Okay, that's beautiful. Oh, look at the little lever there. Oh, Lange minute repeater. There's a Zeitwerk. Which model is he talking about? There's a I don't think he means the Zeitwerk minute repeater. There's there's a number of just having a look here. See, look at that there. That's absolutely beautiful. That's not a Zeitwerk. That's a minute repeater perpetual. Fuck me dead. Look, I got to be honest with you. I would tend to say I think the Breguet minute repeater is fucking gorgeous. It's fucking expensive. I think you'd have to go Lange, but on the second-hand market, I think
Yeah,
you
wait
will
till you get
find,
second.
yeah, you're going to get a bargain with Lange. Aussie expat, let me ask you something. Would you ever go into Lange? Like
No, I mean I like reliability and just stuff that doesn't f
reliable?
up my
I
life.
never heard
So
Lange's not
I don't want
reliable.
anything. Well, they're not like a Rolex, right? So that's all I care about. I like why would I to me I rank the watches based on their reliability, their durability, their resilience, and why would I start rummaging around all these other watches that cost more
By the
money
way,
but are less reliable?
did you hear Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban are divorcing?
Yeah, it was like 17 years or more, something like that.
19.
19. Wow. Well, I hope they had fun. Like divorce isn't always the worst thing in the world, you know what I mean? Like I'm pretty realistic about it. I love my wife. We're probably going to be together forever. But I would
Your
never
wife is
deny that we've had
amazing.
a fun time anyway. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what happens in the future, how things end. Like people always focus on how things end. But maybe they had 15 years of fantastic times, you know.
Maybe they had 15 years of fantastic times.
Yeah. Why is everything defined by like how things end? It's so common. I was like, oh, but they divorced, you know, in the end. It's like, no, but they had a roller coaster before that.
Fair point. Fair point. I got to tell you, this Breguet is fucking to die. Okay, it's 600. Okay, that's 400,000 US. Fuck me dead. This is beyond beautiful. This Breguet is just. You know what? I actually would love to add some more stuff to my collection.
You know, that's so much money. Like someone asked a question the other day, what Rolexes would you have if you could, you know, buy on the catalog?
Do you want to
What
see what
Rolex would you
happened to
buy for
Humphrey?
$250,000?
Do you want to see what
Humphrey?
happened to Humphrey? Sorry, we name our cars. I'm sorry. We name our
Oh,
cars.
okay.
Humphrey the Honda.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to see what happened to
Okay.
Humphrey? I
Oh
want to show
dear.
you this.
The truck damage.
Yeah, do you want to see it? Does anyone want
Yeah.
to see it? Let's get a $2 super chat. We'll do it. We've got another super chat here. Fizzer, €2.50. Archie, is the new OP41 Black better than an Explorer 140? No. Explorer 140 is better. If you're going to get an OP, don't get black. Don't get silver. Get a color unique to the OPs. The whole point of getting an OP is that you can get the crazy colors like the green, the yellow, the red, or the pastels. Man, if you're going to go on the wild side, get the funky colors. I mean, like it's like the blue. The blue is lovely,
Yeah.
but you can get the blue in the Datejust. You can get the Azure blue in the Datejust, for fuck's sake. You don't.
I want the med blue.
Yeah, you don't.
I want that. I want that med blue. Actually, I've asked for that. I really love it.
Come on, guys, give us a super chat. I'll play the video of the car, my son's car, being damaged. Come on, guys, help us out. I want to say something to you, Aussie expat. You are a great guy, Aussie expat. Aussie expat. By the way, if you're interested, I'm happy to sell you half of my media holdings channels, all the channels, for a small fee. Okay.
I'm having enough trouble doing an upload on my own channel more than twice a year. So
yes.
I don't know about. I don't know about daily obligations.
You could easily, you know, for a small fee, right? Less than 1 year's reserve, you could buy half of the things that could be a generating business, and it can be a place for you and a tax write-off. Okay? Because whenever you travel and you're streaming, you can claim it as a deduction.
I already do that, although IRS might not be happy about the success of my channel. Okay. I was like, that doesn't add up. I was like, I know it doesn't.
Esoteric, $2. Show the Japanese shite bot. Okay, thank you, Esoteric. Here we go. Look at this.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you so much. Have a look at this here. Okay, here we go. Why isn't it going? Come on, guys. Okay, why isn't it doing it? Come on. Don't dick with me. Come on. Don't dick with me. Oh, that's just the size. Okay.
Can you save the file and then have it load directly into?
It was working before. I've saved the file. I'll just reopen it. Just hang on. 1 minute.
You can load it directly into StreamYard.
Oh, that's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah. See, this is why I need you to come into the business. Okay, come into the business with me, would you? I got to tell you something seriously, man. You have congratulations. You have achieved the dream that so few people have achieved, and
Well,
that's
I
the
mean, people there's a lot of people out there who've already achieved it, but they don't choose to pull the trigger. You know, there's a lot of hang-ups, you know, actually retiring because a lot of people have their identity tied up in what they do and they
actually.
don't
I
see
can
a
I tell
better
you
option.
something. When I was over in China, I spent a lot of time doing research on retirement, and there's some fantastic channels. There was a channel from this couple, older couple, Vera and Norm. Norm
Hmm.
and anyhow, they're just an elderly couple, right? Late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
They retired at 60. They had great channel. Channel's got over 100,000 subscribers.
Mm.
And here we go. Here's the video. Look at the
Oh,
wing mirror.
that can't be good.
You
Got
can see the
lucky, I
wing
guess,
mirror.
if it was just the mirror.
No, and the side panel. He's fucked the whole.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
How does a truck driver do that? I mean, I know it's not easy, but
Let's have
you
a look
can't get
again.
on in life as a truck driver if you're
Well, it's a
constantly
tight
sideswiping
street. A
cars.
tight street. Look.
Oh, it is. Left and right. It's not good.
Yeah, but that's not my problem. It's not my fault. It's
Yeah.
tight, is it?
Yeah.
There you go. Esoteric. Thank you. Pinstripe Breeze, $5. What is your opinion on Grand
Oh.
Seiko dials? Do they annoy some? No, I love the Grand Seiko dials. What pisses me off with Grand Seiko is they have a great watch, then they bring out a limited edition, which is triple the money or double the money, and for no reason, it's so much more expensive. You know what I mean? I don't
I
get it.
was at a Grand Seiko event last Thursday, and they had this dial that just looked like the ocean. It was incredible. Um, yeah, it's the way that it sort of played with the light. It wasn't just complex. It's also the way that it played with the light was really amazing. Really, really amazing. I don't know about why anyone would be annoyed at that, but anyway, but yeah, they do have some special stuff. I mean, if someone's like a dial person, quote unquote, for sure, Grand Seiko are still really good at it. Even though Rolex have been trying to step up their game a little bit, but there's still a little bit of a ways there on creativity. Grand Seiko's crushing it for that, but with terrible bracelets and ugly designs, I don't know.
But I must say, Grand Seiko, I love their exotic dials. That's always been the thing about them.
Yeah.
The polishing, how they prep the watches and the dials. I got nothing against Grand Seiko dials at all. I don't understand why he'd say that, but I've got to be honest with you. I got to be totally honest with you. I love Grand Seiko. I think there are. Do you have many Grand Seikos?
No, no. I mean, I would
Do you have any?
potentially, no, I would potentially if there was any Grand Seiko that I actually like the look of. Like,
Can I ask you something?
I have
Okay,
no issue with the brand. I love the brand. I like the brand. I love the spring drive. I'd love to have a spring drive. I just haven't seen one that I actually like.
Could you see what I don't understand is with you? I don't think there's any point going Grand Seiko if you've got so heavily into Rolex. The only thing I would love to see you do is get something like Lange or Patek, maybe. You know what I mean? Or
Nah, I know me.
Vacheron.
I know me. I don't like any of those kinds of looking watches. I like my sport
Okay.
watches. It's kind of, yeah. It's I
Actually,
just don't
I
like
must
them.
tell you,
It's that
I must
simple.
tell you, I went to China. I took 2 watches. I took my Explorer 2, and I also took my Breguet 7057 Tradition.
Hmm.
And I wore it. I took it there because I actually ordered a new strap from the Breguet boutique.
Mhm.
I got it fitted, but I couldn't wear it because the temperature was so hot. Like the climate's so
Oh,
hot,
yeah.
and I don't want to wear it when I'm sweating. Like I wore it one occasion. and I ended up taking it off and putting it in my pocket because it was just sweating. You know what I mean? It's going to damage
Oh,
the new
really?
strap I just spent
Yeah.
600 fucking Aussie dollars on. So you are right. Actually, I got to tell you, I'm actually going to get some stuff out. I want to get my Pam out of the bank safe. I
Hmm.
miss that. I also miss the open heart, the Zenith.
Yeah.
And I
You,
miss my Speedy. I miss my Speedy. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
miss steel
Arch,
sports watches.
hot take from one of the punters, Cloud Ken. He says half of the value of a modern watch is the bracelet. From a customer's perspective, half of the value is the bracelet. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe he's right. Maybe he's actually right.
We got a
Maybe it
super
is that
chat here
important.
from Fizzer, €2.50. Archie, Black Dial is what I can get. That's because nobody wants it. Explorer One is $1,400. That's $1,400 in the Rolex world is a bee's dick. It is nothing, man. I would pay the $1,400. Get the Explorer One. It's a much better watch. See,
Or the
I
Air
like.
King. Get the Air King.
No, I think the Explorer One's a better watch. If you said to me, "What do you want?" I'd take Explorer One is such a classic watch.
Yeah, yeah. And hey, look, $1,400, but it's way more liquid. And I'm sure the secondary price also reflects that difference as well.
He
I mean,
wouldn't
if you
ask
ever
the
had to get
question.
rid of
He's
it.
got doubts in his mind. He knows we're right. You notice this? You know, people they ask
Yeah.
this question. They know the answer themselves, but they just can't
Yeah.
bring themselves to say
But
it. They
but
don't
at
have the
but at this price point, like, why not just get exactly what you like? Surely between the two, you actually prefer one. Like, the price difference isn't that much, and the price difference is in favor of the Explorer, but it also has the liquidity and probably the market value to back up that extra cost. So
an
what you
Explorer
should just
40
make sure
is
you
a
get exactly what you want.
that's a highly desired watch. I really love it. I love the improvements over the 39.
Hmm.
I'd probably, if I was
I
buying one
love
of
the
them,
36. So I mean, I mean, I would get the OP in 40, but
do you
look,
wear the Land Dweller? Do you wear that yourself?
no, that doesn't fit. That's just for my wife. We've never actually interchanged watches, even though it's plausible.
Oh, you've never done that.
No, no, we've never done it, even though it's plausible. Originally, like the green Submariner, I kind of sort of sold that, saying like I could wear the black one, you could wear the green one, honey. That's Lena's favorite color, but in the end, like, no, she's never really worn the green Sub.
Oh, I see. I see. I gotcha. I gotcha.
I mean, it seems
Yeah.
superfluous, as in, like, she wears what she loves. She doesn't love any of my watches, except for
Oh,
the
she
Panda
doesn't.
Daytona. Yeah, actually, yeah. If I size the Panda Daytona enough for her, she would wear that. Yeah, she likes the Daytona.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Mm.
kind of fair she got her own Daytona.
Yeah. Did you buy your mum any watches?
Yeah, I got her a Cartier tank, must. So
You told
it's
her it's not
quartz, which
waterproof,
is
didn't you?
correct. Yeah, yeah, correct.
Why didn't you get her like a date just? I thought that would have been what you got her.
Sorry, say again, Arch.
Why didn't you get a date just instead of that?
Uh, I don't. My mum, quartz is just the better option. And if Rolex had a quartz, which they don't because they're not a
For
terrible
ladies.
brand,
Ladies,
but
yeah.
if they had a quartz, I would have gotten her a Rolex if Rolex had a quartz for her. But that's just simply not the case. Like, she's an older lady, so I mean, just she's never had a manual, a mechanical watch. So just winding it and
Yeah,
setting it,
that's
like,
what she wants. She
especially if
wants
the date complication as well. Hell no. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you say it has to be quartz, then what are you left with? You're sort of left with maybe a tag, which has no brand value for a lady, honestly, and Cartier, which is superbly classy. You know, Princess Diana wore a tank. You know, so that's the kind of thing that got my mum really excited about. You know, the brand is, you know, I showed her some videos and stuff, and you know, subsequently, you know, I bought it after that. I didn't buy it and then say, hey, love it because of this. I sort of was testing the waters to see if she really it was inspired by Cartier, and yeah, she loves it. I got it for her 70th.
So your
She
mum's
doesn't wear it
70.
enough though. Yeah. Oh, that was a few years ago now. I think she's turning 75 soon. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. In your own, would you ever get to a stage where you say, you know what, these watches are a bit of a liability. I've got to service 20 of them. You know
Oh
what?
yeah.
I'm going to streamline down to like a modest number, like 10 or 8 or something like. Would you ever do that? Do you see that
Mhm.
coming or?
I don't wear them enough that I would think that they need servicing in my lifetime. As in, I always wear a watch, but any given watch has only been worn like 100 days in total. Like my Batman,
Yeah, but don't
I've
the
worn
oils
that.
dry out? The oils still, it's like having a car. You can't just park it in the garage and say, well, that means I can just drive it anytime. It's not quite like that. You know, the
Yeah,
fluid.
I agree. I think it would be nice if Rolex offered a sort of like a light service option, like if it's been 10 years to just like don't just do drop, you know, drop a couple dabs of oil wherever they should be. That I would do that, but because
They don't.
it doesn't matter if the watch breaks or doesn't break before you put it into service. As a customer, there's no reason to serve a watch unless it's broken from a customer's perspective.
Sure.
You're doing
Sure.
them a big favor by servicing it early and often because there's less parts that need to be, you know, diagnosed and blah blah
Lange
blah.
turns really nasty if a watch has been opened by somebody else. Did you know that?
Oh really?
They apparently take photos so they know whether the watch has been opened or not. It's very, very
That's
nasty
nasty.
to some extent there. Then they'll the
Yeah.
charges. Um,
Just go up.
tell me this with the watches themselves. There, I can't. There's no. You've got a lot of Rolex. You got some Tudors. Anything
Mhm.
else?
One Speedmaster.
Would you get any more Omegas, or that's sort of it?
Nah, definitely not. For a long time I was after an Ed White, but then they released the first Omega in space, and it looks exactly like the Ed White, and other scandal bullshit issues with Omega. I'm just sort of really done with the brand. I'll probably
What
sell the
scandal
Omega.
bullshit issues was Omega? China.
Uh the fact that, you know, all their bracelets are never made in Switzerland, even on the Ed White that's made in Thailand. Um, but the thing where they remanufactured an original Speedmaster, and then they certified it with their archive saying it's authentic,
No, that was
and
the
then they
staff.
sold it,
The
and
staff
they
did
sold it.
that,
Yeah.
and Omega
Well,
bought.
these are people who answer to the CEO. This was like the highest level. This is the S team, you know,
Mm.
SVP level, and it was multiple of them. So if someone doesn't represent the brand, if the SVPs don't represent the brand, who does? Nobody does. And it was Omega that purchased the watch and then flaunted it about, saying, "Hey, look, new high purchase price. We we want to congratulate the purchaser on setting a new watermark for Speedmasters and Omega." And it's like it was them.
Yeah.
It was them. They purchased the watch.
Well, Patek did the same thing. They've done the same thing.
Well, did they release like press releases after saying, "Oh, congratulations to the new high bidder, and this is a new watermark
Chief
for
Tits just sent
investability"?
a message saying that, here we go, Chief Tit, $8. The package is at the office. Going to urgently get out of the bath and get there to unbox. Hooah! Great.
Whoa!
I sold him. I lost. Fuck. Did I lose money on that thing? I sold it to because I quoted him. I thought it was Aussie dollars, but it was actually US. I'd paid, but it doesn't matter. You know what? I want to fucking get out of a few things. If I can sell him some more
Nice,
stuff, it'll be okay. I
nice.
sold him my Cartier clock. That was a.
hmm
They're fucking expensive to buy now. Those Cartier clocks,
hmm
and
Very nice.
I got to tell you something. The big thing is, I think the collecting itself, collecting the watches itself, I'm starting to realize I get more enjoyment not necessarily having every fucking variation that was made. It's more, you know what? I don't have to own everything. I was actually
Mm.
looking at adding a few and steel stunners. You know what I've owned so many watches. I've owned expensive, I've owned I
Yeah,
love Pateks. Don't get me wrong. But you are
yeah.
right. They're not really usable because they're, often on a leather strap. They're a precious metal.
hmm
They're more of a, and I like to go to countries that are fucking hot. So,
Yeah.
the usability isn't there. I'd love to get a
Even
steel.
just the straight up humidity in some of the
Oh,
countries you visit is enough to make me worry about the watch
Chief
itself.
Tit, Chief Tit, $160.
Wow. Wow.
Lunch on me, Archie. Thank you so
Holy
much,
moly.
man. Please.
Holy
I
moly.
hope you're happy. He's a good guy. He's a really
What does
good guy.
159.99 buy you in Brisbane for food?
Hey, it's I'm actually I'll tell you something. I'm going to lunch today. I got a
Yeah.
guy I started doing some pod streams with. He's got a channel called Age Blocked.
hmm
Okay. He's like you, except life's gone really badly wrong for him. Okay. He's in his
Okay.
60s. Okay. He got divorced. He couldn't get back he went on the property ladder, then he had to sell it because he was in between jobs. It just didn't work out. And then
Mm.
the housing market exploded. Just a number of fucking nasty fucking things have happened to him.
Yeah. Yeah, it
And
can happen. There's a lot of people who are ruined by because the problem with real estate is you're getting into it for leverage. So if any time your cash flow has a little bit of a hiccup, even a good position can be made bad. It's
yeah.
it's not a oh well it's also I'm guessing this guy's American.
No, he's in
Oh wait, you're going to
Australia.
lunch at Australia? Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So
Thank
yeah,
you, Chief
well,
Tit, so much. I'm actually gonna shout him. Look, I just feel sad. It's he's a programmer like you. He was in
mm,
many things. He was quite clever guy. He wrote a game in BASIC in the 80s. That was before PCs. Like
yeah.
he's a true it's just sad he hasn't been able to capitalize for his career. He just
Right.
so many languages, COBOL, Pascal, all these CC, all these languages
hmm
have kind of gone by the wayside now. And
It depends where you are. I mean, I think you need to combine. So that sounds really plausible to me. So the thing is, you actually need to go where the work is the issue, and that's what I've always done. That's why I'm an expat. That's why I keep moving around.
yeah,
Like those languages are useful, but they're not useful in every part of the world. So C and C++, you need to go to England for that, honestly. They still do a lot of that. They do a lot of that kind of stuff there. Obviously, Silicon Valley is a good place for that too. COBOL, that kind of stuff, maybe New York, maybe some parts of Europe. But you got to understand, like, these are highly valued skills, but just not in Brisbane. You got to move to where the market is mature enough to support that level of expertise. and it's just not everywhere. And your biggest asset is actually your flexibility. So a house and real estate is the worst investment for a programmer, in my opinion. That's how I did it.
Do you know why governments like you to own a house?
They can tie everything to it.
Because it ties you, it stops you being transient. Otherwise, you're free to go anywhere you want, really, aren't you? But if you've got a house, you've got to service and maintain and equity and this and that, you're not, it stops people moving around wherever they feel like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I used to be a manager, and what I wanted to hear from my employees, what made me happy, was if I heard that they'd just purchased a new expensive car or they got a mortgage. Because
Oh, that made you happy.
I know that they are invested in the job. But if I hear that they're living lean and that they're financially independent already, that's like, oh shit. I gotta walk on eggshells around them, not the other way around. You know what I mean? They don't need to be here.
I see.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
So the mortgage
serious.
is a good one. Yeah, absolutely. The mortgage is a good one. If you're a manager, you want to hear like, oh yeah, yeah. Oh cool, new house. Big? Good. Yeah, it's 100%. Like people fear
What
losing
cars
that
do you
cash
like them
flow.
buying? What cars do you like them buying?
Look, I mean,
Those
I'm
big
not
trucks.
encouraging them to. I'm just, but if they mention it, like, I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'm glad to hear that they're using the money that they're getting, because it means that they'll want more of it. They'll continue, and they'll perhaps be a little bit more attentive. Like, there's nothing nefarious about it. You know what I mean? It's like I understand someone's motivations if they're deeply in debt, why they're around.
I see. You understand their motivation. They're desperate to get it. They're sinking, man. They're sinking, don't you think?
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, no one under me was doing badly, but you know, but that's the risk. Like you pay someone too much money, and eventually they have enough that they don't even need to be around anymore.
I know what you mean there. It's tell me this. You are going into a new phase here. How have your other friends reacted to this? How have your less affluent, well, not affluent, because you're not about affluence or showing off. It's more, it's the fire. How do other friends have handled that, or family have handled that when you say you're retiring?
For the most part, everyone knows what I've been aiming to do. So for them, it's more like, oh, finally, you can stop talking about it. Finally, you can stop saying when you're going to pull the trigger. I was like, oh well, you know, one more year. So that's like the big thing. Is usually it's like the one more year syndrome, where people just keep dragging things on and on. Now, I've never dragged things on. It's just the market conditions have been really rocky the last few years, honestly. So,
Yes.
and my plan was always to ride out one of the storms, and that was sort of like 2022. Then my wife can retire, and then we had the most recent, calamity of the tariffs. I thought I was going to have to work 3 or 4 more years, but now that we're good again, I was like, no, it's time to pull the trigger. We're good. So I've survived enough downturns.
Would you ever get a ranch? Do you want a ranch or a farm? Nature? Do you like that, or?
No, I'm a city boy. If there was any kind of like change, it would be like go back to an apartment. But I can't really do that with kids.
No.
Yeah.
No, fair
I wouldn't
point.
mind going back to an apartment. I don't want a house to maintain and whatnot.
Would you come back to Australia now that you're considering retirement, or that it's not really tax friendly here?
No, it's more about the kids, the education and culture, what I want to raise them doing, and I
America's a
think,
great country. America is a great country.
yeah, and I think that they have a very healthy mindset. Americans in general, I think it's fundamentally optimistic. You know what I mean? You may not like it,
Yeah.
but Americans are optimistic, and they've got a lot to be optimistic about. So, yeah.
Oh, it's the greatest country in the world, really. I mean, let's be honest there. America is incredible. It's incredible. Without America, the world dies. You know.
Yeah.
Tell me this:
I love it.
would you get
I've
into
lived in
classic?
many countries. I love
Now that you've
America.
got the money to do whatever the fuck you want, you interested in cars, classic cars? Would you ever?
No, I tried to hunt for my childhood dream of getting a Toyota Supra, but I gave up.
Oh,
About 2 years ago, I just gave up. I couldn't. It's just a minefield. I'm like I just don't. It was just too painful dealing with
why don't
even
you get a
trying to
modern
find one.
Supra?
That's basically a BMW. That's sort of the
Actually, there's a
antithesis
new
of a
one coming
Toyota.
out. There's a new one coming out that is still that is a Supra. What about if you don't want to get a Supra, what about a Lexus LC 500 perhaps? That's an amazing car.
I think that is an amazing car. It's just a little bit too expensive. I would say, like for what it is. I mean, it's sort of like a modern day classic, but at the same time, I could
It is
put
dear.
$40,000 back in my pocket and just live with the German made, the Austrian made Supra.
Yes.
Like I was like, yeah, I don't. Yeah, and I think that's what everyone does say about that car. It's just so expensive. I think in
Yes.
America, MSRP is like 125,000 or something.
Yes. It's ridiculous. It's a lot of money. It's not cheap.
Yeah,
It's not cheap.
it's just too much. It's really all there is to it, and it's very old in the inside. It's charming, but I mean, you would hope that would come with a cheaper price tag too, but it simply does not. No,
Yeah.
I'm not really looking for it. I'm probably going to buy a truck.
Like a Ram?
Nah, like maybe a Toyota Tacoma, just to be able to get out into off-roading and new hiking and camping spots, that sort of thing. Hunting is my
Would you get a
medium-term goal.
caravan? A big RV caravan? Off-road caravan?
No, I'm looking towards the other end. I'm buying backpacking gear, actually. I want to be able to go out, solo or with my son and do that.
Do you watch the
kind of
Outdoor
stuff.
Boys? Do you watch Outdoor Boys?
Yeah, exactly. I want to do more
He's
stuff like that.
retired too. Did you know that?
So I bought this week. So this is a Garmin SOS device. So if I get, in trouble out there, I can hit the SOS button and hopefully someone will get me eventually. So we don't die out there. So yeah,
We've got Roy joining us. Hey Roy, how are you?
G'day,
Doing
Roy.
good. How are you guys?
Roy's also retired. Ozzy, have you spoken to Roy about retirement and things like that? Because he's your age.
I'd love to. I wanted to catch up with Roy when I was
No.
passing by Reno and Tahoe, but we.
Yeah, like I said, in the email, I was like, I completely I got so busy when I started flying in the summer, and then I just wasn't online.
Yeah.
So I definitely apologize for that. I should have given you my email or something sooner, because I definitely, like to go up to Tahoe.
Yeah. But I did ask Roy a question. I haven't actually checked my email to see if you responded. Like I was what's enough motivation to bring you back into the fold?
Oh, for me? Well, I think most of my response to that was basically I liked what I did, and it wasn't the stuff in the operating room that got me out of it. It was all the bullshit surrounding it. So like I was on like 80% call, so I had no life. I couldn't do anything. And they didn't want to hire people, and they didn't want to pay people to, compensate for that. Because there are positions in the medical field where you do take a lot of call, and oftentimes those pay like double what a normal position where you take between 25 and 50% call to get somebody to be willing to do it. And their response was, go fuck yourself. And so I said, okay, well, you can either make these changes, if I was the chief of perfusionist at that time, or not, but I promise you within a year, everybody will leave. And so then I quit, and I was wrong. It only took 6 months, and everybody else quit.
Do you have children?
To reboard and stuff at this time, so that would be a headache. And I don't know, like I really like the flying that I'm doing now, and so if I wanted to do something to earn some money, I'd probably do a commercial, check ride and then do like ferry piloting or, maybe some stuff like that. I don't think I would go back to medical, just could be such a fucking headache at this point.
Lifestyle career,
imagine you're done, you haven't been coding in like 5 years, and you guys were talking about like, coding languages and stuff, and you just weren't up to date with that anymore, and you'd have to, potentially learn something.
Yep.
I mean, all the languages, I actually originally started out in computer science. And so the base logic stream of these languages is generally similar. It's just the syntaxes and details that are different. But like, imagine you had to like resit for boards and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Because you've got a lot of official things to recertify to get back in the game, right? It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's not just someone winging it and say, "Hey, we'll give you a shot."
Stuff too.
Yeah.
Like I've had a lot of FBI background checks. I've been fingerprinted a fuckload of times in different states for that shit. So. But.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's really comes down to the other things I want to do. It's like I want to get my fitness back to peak. I want to hike and camp more. I want to spend more time with my son.
Roy's done the same thing. Roy's really into the fitness stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
that's usually the stealth wealth sign. If their number one priority is health, then that's normally their number one sign that's like, actually, this person's got a lot of money.
Ozzy, what I would say is this, because the other thing, like, my uncle was an engineer, and he actually he retired in his 30s. He bought rental properties in the Charlotte area. Yeah. And then he did appraisals like part-time, but he was an avid golfer. So that was like always his thing. He was multiple like club champion and stuff out there. And
I'd love to be an avid golfer.
Interests. This is the one thing that kills a lot of medical professionals is their entire identity is wrapped up into whatever their specialty is. And so they have a hard time leaving it behind. But you're talking about getting a truck and going out into the hills and, if you find things that you can, do yourself and do with your family, you're not going to, I don't think you'll feel like you're missing anything per se. I don't.
100%. I feel like I'm missing out like right now, like all the time that I spend working. It's like, I could be outside. Weather right now in Las Vegas is fantastic. It was like 84 today with, a few clouds. It was beautiful. And I was stuck inside all day.
Yeah.
So
I was actually flying this morning. Our weather's, in the 50s to 60s, and it's actually been pretty windy today, which it's funny because it actually in a way makes it more fun because then you're really actively flying the plane, whereas
I get what you're saying.
Glass, then the plane kind of flies itself more or less.
Right.
So.
To me, that sounds like shooting. Like long range shooting is fun when there's a little bit of wind. Like when there's no wind, it's like there's nothing to really compensate with. So there's no game.
And that's actually one of the things too that I like about shooting 22 with the kids is because even if you're shooting only 100 yards,
move away from gun talk. Hey.
Is that you might have to aim 3 or 4 feet off to the side.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I've got a lot of things. My kids are young enough that they want to spend time with me. So
move away from gun talk.
I already did. I already just said I'm spending time with my kids.
But if you're looking at like a truck or something to go out in the hills, and actually into the mountain areas, I definitely recommend at least doing like 35s, if not 37s. And the reason is when it gets rocky, having that extra diameter on the
clearance,
tire. Well, it's not just the clearance. It's just that a bigger wheel and tire just rolls over the rocks and stuff easier. So it's like even if you're making the clearance just fine on like a 32 or 33, it's harder.
Roy became a Viper man. You had a Viper, didn't you, Roy?
Really?
Yeah, I had a Gen 5. Yeah, I had the 2014.
Did you have
Viper.
a Gen 1 or 2? That's supposed to be the more classic.
I had the last generation 5.
How old were you when you got that? To me, that's the quintessential Kenny Powers.
It's a wild car because like the Gen 5 Vipers, those things are tiny. They're like significantly smaller than a current 911, and so it makes a lot of power. and it has a great transmission. It's got the T6060 6-speed, so it just feels fantastic, like rowing the gears in it. And it has giant wide tires in the back, 13.5 and 11.5 in the front, so you have a ton of grip. And then the engine drives like a giant VTEC.
Yeah, what do you think about Dodge? I mean, clearly they're sort of satisfied with the Challenger being their top vehicle, and it seems like the market likes it too. Like the absence of the Viper hasn't hurt them in any way.
I think the whole Roadster market dying, but the Roadster
market. The reason why they didn't redo the Viper is because, like, in the last years of production, they were only selling like 200 to 300 of them a year. So there's very few of those Gen 5s out there, and it needed a total redesign because you couldn't get it up to safety standards.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue,
the Challenger just keeps
any
selling.
car from Dodge because, they basically sold an E-Class Mercedes-based platform for 25 years.
Yeah. So, sorry, gentlemen, I have to go. Got dinner's ready
Ozzy
with family.
Pat, it's great having you on, man. Please come by anytime you want, man. Now that you're retired, you're out of work, come on the streams. We'd love to chat to you.
Thank you, Arch. I'll see you around.
Thank you, sir. Roy, how are you going?
Good. Had a lot of fun today out there at the airport. So.
Oh, you were flying?
Yep. No,
you fly a twin engine or a single engine? Twin engine or single? Single.
So just a Cessna 172. So your standard, like most produced trainer aircraft ever.
Cessna makes good stuff. They're not cheap. A Cessna's, a brand new Cessna is not a cheap aircraft.
No, brand new any aircraft, even a 50-year-old aircraft is not necessarily cheap. The issue is that in the late 70s, the production dropped a bunch, and then at the end of the 80s, the production dropped a bunch, and then in the middle of the 90s, it dropped again, and then in the recession, it dropped again, and so it's just been this downward slide of aircraft production. But then you go to like the flight schools, and they're booked up with students. Like some people are having to wait 6 months to get a check ride for a license. So you have this huge demand for aircraft, and there's not enough being built.
Would you ever go for a jet? Do you want to get to jet license?
If I did anything like that, because those things are so goddamn expensive, like even the cheapest jet around, you could say would be like a Cirrus Vision jet. And your annual expenses to fly that thing for like $100.
What about the Honda jet? Honda's got a jet.
I would love that. That thing is actually amazing. I was there was one of those in the mechanic's hangar when I was there last week. Those things are unbelievable. About a 450 knot aircraft. I think it does 41,000 feet. Just a beautiful, beautiful aircraft. And it's quiet too. That's one thing that shocked me. I was standing on the ramp.
How much is the Honda jet?
I think the new ones are pushing like. Don't quote me on this. You'll have to Google it. But I want to say like 7 to 9 million. I'm not something like that.
It's saying 4 to 6.
Is that a new one, or is that what they're saying you can pick up a used one for? Because there's Honda Jet Elite. What's that go for? 2025.
It can fly non-stop transcontinental flights across the America.
Yeah.
Cruising speed of 450 knots, maximum ceiling 47,000 feet.
Oh, it's 47,000 feet now. I thought it was only 41. That's really impressive.
It's pretty damn amazing. I'm just having a look there.
I've never been in one, but it has to be super quiet on the inside because I was standing on the ramp maybe 125 yards from the runway, and one of those was taking off, and it was one of the quietest planes I've ever heard take off. It was really impressive.
I see. How many are out there? They have many out there?
I have no idea. I see I don't see too many of them here in Reno, but usually you see a lot of Mustangs. You see a lot of Falcons for like some of the local charter services and stuff.
Yeah.
So the Honda Jets are mostly private owners, but it has to be quite a rich private owner because you could get a Mustang for a lot cheaper. Doesn't go nearly as fast, but
Yes. Yes. I know
So,
exactly. Would you ever get a helicopter license?
nah, the rotary aircraft
You know,
really
a
interests me.
Robinson. You get those Robinson. Isn't that the kind of trainer helicopter, the Robinsons?
I think you're right, but I know not much about helicopters, so
Yeah, they're fucking dangerous. Stay away from them, Roy.
yeah. But they, yeah, I see. We got a good bit of helicopter traffic out here too, and I believe there is a helicopter school. I mean, we have just in Reno, we have 3 different flight schools here, and then there's ones in
You got
Carson
the air
and.
show, the Reno Air Show. You're a big airplane
So
place, aren't they?
we used to have the national air races here in Reno, but they had
Yes.
to move. So they're in Roswell now. So the last air race was 2 years ago. And last year, because they didn't have the air race, they did an air show. And I was hoping they were going to continue with the air show, but they didn't do it this year. It was disappointing.
Yeah. Tell me this, Roy. You're in retirement.
Yeah.
What's the hardest thing to handle in retirement? Once you switched off, what was the hardest point?
I mean, I would say the only thing that's hard about, making an adjustment into retirement is that, obviously you've cut off an income stream. So you just have to be more careful about things. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's hard. I definitely think it's easy.
Could you go back to a job?
I mean, like I said, I really like the flying. So if I was going to do something, I would probably get my commercial license and then maybe pick up like some ferrying, work here and there or that sort of thing. I don't think I would. I don't think I would really want to go to like a 9 to 5.
No, I see what you're saying.
I mean, if it is, life necessitated it, it is what it is. I'm not going to fucking end up homeless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tell me this: do you travel overseas much, Roy?
Not in the last 2 years, unfortunately. It's been busy with the kids in gymnastics, so it makes it hard. Like, we ended up, talking to my wife's sister and her aunt and having them watch our kids 2 years ago because we went over to Europe for 3 weeks because some good friends of ours were getting married in Capri. But obviously that took a lot of planning and whatnot to have the kids watched because they need to be watched here because they need to go to their practice and you know what I mean?
How much how old are the kids?
10 and 11.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But we take them to to Cabo because it's takes about a few hours. Stop in Phoenix and then change planes and then hop right down to Cabo. So nice beaches, good food, that sort of thing. So it's out of the country, but I don't really consider it a big trip because you're not crossing an ocean or anything like that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Do you see, once your kids are older, do you see yourself traveling more overseas or?
I mean, I know my wife definitely wants to plan on, more of those things. For me, as like whether I go overseas or whether I just fly to somewhere, in this country, as long as there's good food, I'm happy. That's all I care about.
Yes.
So, I'm pretty easygoing about the whole vacation destination thing. So, although I have to plan one in another.
Do you go to New York?
No, I don't have any family on my side in New York. And my wife has family on her side, but she's not particularly close with them. Her family that she is close with that were in New York are now in San Diego.
Because
So,
that's actually the complete opposite side of where you are, isn't it? It's one side, it's
yeah, it
basically,
takes a while to get there. So,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
you know,
Would
good
you
to in
take the
that
bus?
city
It
too.
takes 58 hours, 45 minutes on a bus to go
Yeah,
from
takes like
Reno to New York.
6 hours on a plane. So, you know,
Yes.
not pleasant. I haven't actually been back to my hometown since 2012. I do need to take my kids there. So I haven't been to Chicago since 2012. So,
Oh, I see. You haven't. Oh my God.
yeah. So that's been a while. I just, once I moved out here, it was like, all right, well, go to San Francisco, go to San Diego, go visit my cousins in Phoenix, or if I'm, going on a bigger vacation, it was down to Cabo. So, or if I'm going to go out east, it's like, all right, well, let's go to Florida, stop over there, and then fly down to the Caribbean.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there.
You ever do any time in the Caribbean or Latin America, Archie?
No, no, I haven't. I've only been to America twice, and
Okay.
the second time I really just stayed in Manhattan. But
Yeah.
I got to tell you, it's America is it's an amazing. There's a. Did you ever do Route 66, something like that?
I mean, well, that's, historic Route 66 is like,
It doesn't
obviously it
exist.
goes. Yeah, I mean it goes through different parts of the country. So I've never driven like the whole thing or significant portions of it, but I've
Mm.
been in areas where Route 66, went through.
Patel
But
Philippe, $2. AC3, remember when Ron the Shrink traded his sub for a yes, I do. He had a no date, 14060.
what did he trade it for? What Brightline?
I don't know why he did that. It was the most crazy. I mean, I love Breitling,
Yeah.
but why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I like my Breitling. I have a B09. I've been super happy with it. So yeah, it's been a solid watch for me. And if I had a no date sub though, I'd probably hang on to that. I don't know if that's something that I'd be trading for really
Are you
anything,
going to
but
get any more Rolex, Roy?
I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see how the Land Dweller collection evolves, and if they have a dial in steel that I really like, I think I'll ask for that.
But
So, because I
wouldn't you just
like the
get
way the watch
a
wears.
sub or a GMT, especially as a pilot? Wouldn't a GMT be a great watch for you?
Um, I suppose, but they just don't do that much for me. And I did, dive watches for my first three watches that I bought. I had the Deep Sea Dweller, and then I got 300M, and I got a Planet Ocean Big Blue. And so I wore dive watches for a lot of years exclusively. And I don't know if for that reason, it's just at least not currently doing anything for me. I wouldn't write it off in the future, but And
Yeah.
then I do like the GMT Master, but my favorite GMT Masters are the vintage root beers. So in two tone. So
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really like
Yeah.
those. If they brought back that kind of configuration, I'd be tempted.
Do you give your children, would you plan to give your children watches as graduation gifts, like a significant birthday, 18, 21, 20, something like that?
Maybe for my younger daughter, I mean, I'd have to see how my older daughter's taste develop. My one younger daughter, she likes grabbing her earrings and like a necklace or a bracelet and stuff like that. My older daughter hasn't shown all that much interest in it. So it really just about, you know, how their personalities and interests
Wouldn't it be
develop.
nice to get a steel date just for them?
Like, yeah, but if they're like I said, if their personality and interests don't push into that direction, it's a waste.
Yep. Does your wife wear a Rolex?
She has one Rolex and she has two Omegas. She has a Rolex date just the what is it? It's like 32. I bought it in 2014, so it's not like current generation with a
Yeah.
metallic pink dial.
It's got the what dial?
Metallic pink.
Oh, okay, cool, cool, great watch.
Yeah, and then I
Lovely
got
watch.
her a an Omega Planet Ocean, the mid-sized in titanium on the titanium bracelet because she dives, so she has all of her PADI certs through rescue, but she doesn't have dive master.
Oh, okay, got you. I see
Yep.
what you're saying. Excellent.
Yeah.
So, you know, as far as that's the big drama with these watches that's happening, you know, you do realize that culturally within a generation or two, watches can stop being such a big spinner.
Oh, you know what? I mean,
You
it's
know?
like any other piece of fashion at this point, I think. You know, it'll ebb and flow. I don't know if it'll go away. It's jewelry at this point.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
I will always obsessively set my time on my watches to an atomic clock, and the date will be correct, and I will wear them. And when I'm wondering what time it is, I will instinctively pull out my cell phone.
Yeah. Yeah. We got another super chat. Patel Philippe, $2. What dating tips can you provide? Ronnie, run. It's hard to give Ron advice because he's Ron got divorced and
Uh-oh.
yeah, Ron's a
How old
lovely
is he?
guy. He had a wife who was a bit of a nut job, but I think Ron marry somebody with money would always be the look. Ron, I think you got to do what makes you happy, man. Ron, you are an independent guy, doctor, psychiatrist. Ron, just do what you want to do. Maybe just be single. There are some people who really enjoy just playing the field and being single, and there's nothing wrong with that. You've just got to work out what makes you happy. Different things make different people happy, and that's what you've got to work out. So, Ron, dating advice. Ron, I think try and marry somebody or date somebody of your own class. What do you think of that
The other
advice,
thing I
Roy?
would say there, Archie, is that, but also if you're looking for anything that's going to be more than a short-term relationship, I mean, you got to have values that are aligned. I think that's one thing that people tend to make a mistake on is they're really attracted to somebody or, they're really into a relationship at the beginning just when it's, a lot of fun. And then they find out later on that they don't value the same things.
Yeah, like, I mean, she might want to have kids, you don't. She might want to be small business, you want to retire early or, have a life recreational, have more freedom in your time off. You've got to have aligning values.
Then luck.
Ron,
luck is a big one.
Sorry?
I said luck is a big one. So as well.
Yes. You see that guy who's the New York divorce lawyer, he gives a lot of advice there. He has, for some reason, his feeds keep coming up. And
I mean, it's a nice grift, but I don't know. I always wonder with these people that are in like that kind of situation, is advice actually good? Or are you just seeing a completely warped perspective because you're constantly seeing what fails and not what, doesn't?
Exactly. It's quite interesting. quite interesting. But
Yeah.
what can you do there? That's what the way it goes. Roy, it's you're collecting. Is there anything you're yearning for? Like, we're in a bit of a downturn. The watches, nothing really exciting is coming out now. You know, like, can you honestly feel the market isn't what it was in COVID? Can you feel the
Oh
downturn?
yeah,
Or
yeah, for sure, for sure. It's definitely the energy is not there and the interest isn't there. I'm sure like if you pulled like views across the top watch channels in this month in September and compared it to 2 years ago, that it'd probably be dramatically different.
yeah, yeah.
And I mean, it's something where a lot of people have been struggling for a while. These things are expensive, and like I said, I think we're a fashion industry now, and so that's really going to ebb and flow.
Yes. 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 It's a fashion industry. What do you have one of those Apple or smartphone watches yourself?
When I was still working, I did, and because I used it basically as a tool, like if I was at the water park or
Yeah.
out like in the woods or something, like hiking with my kids, and I didn't want to carry a phone or I couldn't carry a phone. If I got called, I had the watch and it would ring.
I'm just going to show you how bad it is in the watch press here. Let's go and take a look. Let's go and take a look at a blog to watch. That's Ariel Adams. He's a great guy. I love him. This is
Yeah.
his site here. And you have a look at this here. This is what's happening in the watch space from. Okay, what do we got here? We got fucking two Akuza. These I've seen these brand before. Big deal. We got a G-Shock. Fuck, that's ugly. We got a what's some other fucking what the fuck Vietnamese lacquering garbage. Okay. We've got a what's this here? Crafter Blue Mechanic Ocean 2 dive watch. Never heard of it. We got a Leico. Okay, fuck. Oh, that's a giveaway. We've got a Versace. Fuck, that looks awful. We got a Glass Hoot. Fuck. We've got a Monster Melts. Mr. Joe. Oh my god, that's just what the fuck is this? I mean, this is pretty shit. This is how bad it is here. Look at this. This is just fucking.
Well, I mean, I do think with
terrible.
the downturn in the market and
terrible. We got a Hamilton khaki. You got some other map. What's this? David Kandau. Fuck me dead. Nothing I fucking want. Nothing I Houdinki. What's Houdinki doing? Okay, that's a nice photo. But what do we got here? We've got Toronto timepiece show. Bear hasn't even mentioned that. MBNF. We've got Nomos. Oh fuck. This stuff is so fucking boring. Timex, Glass Hoot. Fuck me dead. This is just so. It's so bad. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's so terrible.
I mean, the whole thing needs to balance out. I think I think what's going to cause it to come back in interest again is as the market slows down, people will actually be able to get the things that they want from their authorized dealers again. And then that'll slowly, generate a swell of interest.
Well, Rolex still plays the game. You know that. Rolex still plays.
They're going to have to give up. You can't do that across the entire lineup forever when there's not demand. And eventually, when you've told customers to fuck off for long enough, they're going to stop walking in the door.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I think that, when people can actually buy things and then they see, oh, their friend got this, or, oh, I was thinking about this a few years ago, but nothing was available. And then people start coming back into it. Maybe in a year or 18 months, you'll start to see an uptick in the interest. And then if they're smart, they won't squash that uptick in the interest by going back to telling everybody nothing is available.
Well, that was a clever tactic. I mean, you walk into a Rolex reseller now, want to buy a solid gold thing, they'll play that game with you.
I don't know. Well, they'd only last for so long. I mean, Ferrari is finding this out, for God's sakes.
Yes. Yes. Ferrari. Well, what do you think? These Ferrari has its they're vicious. Ferrari can be very vicious. Did you
Except for
ever
now
want
they
a
have
Ferrari,
new cars.
Roy? Every man wants a Ferrari. Did you want a Ferrari?
Oh, I mean, I grew up looking at the 355 and the 550. You know, I love those cars still.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 355 unfortunately likes to burn itself to the ground. So, but the 550 is, you know, for what it is, relatively reliable.
Yes, it's those fuel pumps, those rubber fuel hoses. They seem to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to keep up that maintenance. You know that. Keep up the maintenance.
Well,
Roy,
they never really learned their lessons because I think the 430s also burned themselves down too. I thought too. You know.
Sorry.
I think the 430s also had a fire problem in the beginning.
Yeah, a number of Ferraris have had problems like that.
Also, if you leave Lamborghinis idling for too long, they burn down half your house. Somebody in my neighborhood's wife found that out.
How long was it idling for?
Not sure. She started the Lambo. He had two of them. He had two Diablos. And she forgot something. And so she went back into the house and then forgot that she left the car running. And it burned half their house down.
Fuck. Insured, of course.
Of course, yeah. But that one was pretty funny.
Yes. You've never been like a Mercedes guy? You don't just buy a Mercedes SUV?
So I liked... No, I don't like their SUVs, but like their old like S classes and E classes from the 90s. Like when you shut the door on an S class from the 90s, that is a solid feeling thing. Like they just don't feel the same anymore.
So yourself, you wouldn't in retirement, you can't see yourself getting a classic car, like thinking, well, what classic car, like a 911 or a Corvette, something like a vintage. I'm not talking brand new. I mean,
no, I understand what you're saying. I've thought about it. I mean, I've been lucky in that where I grew up, we had a weekly, classic car show that would fill up this, big parking lot 5 minutes away from my house. So I love all those cars, but the prices escalated starting in the early 2000s.
Well, they've come down a bit. Some of these have come down. So how many vehicles do you have at your home?
Right now, not counting motorcycles, I mean, I just have my electric car and my wife has her electric truck.
What sort of electric car have you got?
I have a Ford Mustang Mach-E.
I never understood why the hell they call that a Mustang when it's a
because
SUV.
They didn't have confidence in being able to sell an electric car, and so they thought they needed to stick their strongest brand on it. That's my conspiracy theory.
Is it anything like a Mustang sedan or
no?
Would you buy a Mustang to go with it?
No, I mean, I grew up, every car that I had, for many years was a sports car. I had, a 3000 GT was my first car. My second car was a Trans Am WS6. I got a Mini Cooper S.
What's that? What's a 3000? Yeah. You mean the Mitsubishi?
Yeah, they call it the GTO by you.
Yeah, you had a 3000 GT. That's like 90s, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah. Wow. I had a Trans Am WS6. I had a Fiat 500 Abarth, a Mini Cooper S, and then I had the Viper. And then it's like, okay, yeah, I pretty much done the car thing.
You're over it.
Yeah, and then I mean, I'm staring at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 motorcycles in my garage right now. So between myself and kids and the wife, so I still like bikes.
Yes. What sort of bikes do you like?
So I have my street bike is a Honda RC51. At least that's what they called it in the U.S. Is it the VTR 1000 in the rest of the world? It was the one that Colin Edwards won the World Superbike Championship on in the
Oh,
in
yeah.
'99 and 2000. So it's a 1000cc
Oh,
V-twin sport bike.
yeah, that's a beautiful bike, that.
Yeah, I haven't, the most universal enduro bike on the planet. I have a KTM 300XC. And then my trials bike is a gas 250 TXT.
You never been into BMW?
God, it's like when I was in high school, BMW ruined their styling. That kind of
No, I mean
put
with
me
the
off a
bikes,
bit.
the bikes, the bikes, the bikes.
Oh, the bikes. No, I mean they never really made a bike aimed at me until maybe the last 5 to 7 years. So because I was always into sport bikes, and then they finally came out with their race bike. But at that point, then I was getting into naked bikes, and then they didn't really have anything that was in that category. And then I realized, kind of like with the Viper, having a 180, 200 horsepower, street bike, it's kind of unusable. Just like this, 600 horsepower of the Viper, kind of unusable. And so I went back down to the RC51, and it's like 130 horsepower, loads of torque, and makes a great sound with the V-twin. So it's perfect for the mountain roads.
Wow, amazing stuff there.
But
We're gonna
just like with
chat. Patel Philippe, $2 poll update. And the poll is saying, are you surprised Watch Nick had an alibi during Uzi's dirty work to strike the show? No, 62%. We'll just end that poll now.
Patel hasn't done an update to the narrative for the getting your channel struck down.
That's it. Tell me this, touch wood, you never have an accident. Have you, those bikes are pretty damn fast. You had any near misses?
I mean, I've high-sided my R6 on the track at speed, and that resulted in a broken wrist. So.
Okay.
But, dirt bikes, I mean, I've crashed those a million times.
Yes, no, that's the way to do it there. Roy, I want to thank you for coming, man. I'm going to wrap this show up in a few minutes, but let me just ask you something. You are one of the lucky ones, retired in your 40s, early 40s, yep. Aren't you? You're only early 40s.
Yeah, I'm 41. I've been retired since I was 37.
What advice would you give to Aussie expat?
Hey, I mean, he seems like he's doing the right thing. He's doing what I would advise, which is, just make sure that you have good hobbies and interests outside of work, and then, do fun things with your family.
That's great advice there, Roy. Great advice. Guys, I want to thank all the super chatters today. We had Crown Gold, Terry Boston, Patel Philippe, Pinstripe Breeze, Crown Gold, Bateman's Buffets and Breguets, Mr. Zoso, Horror Breakdown, Mr. Zoso, Mac Lobster, That Watch Boy, Go Gopher, Fizzer, Esoteric, Pinstripe Breeze, Fizzer, Chief Tit, $160. That is a fantastic super chat there. Patel Philippe and Patel Philippe. Guys, thank you so much for supporting the show there. It's been great having you guys on. And Roy, what are you off to? Well, it's nighttime in America there. What are you up? What's your plans for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, no big plans. Just got to go to the gym, and then ferrying the kids back and forth to school and gymnastics is all.
Sounds good.
So,
Guys,
fly again Thursday.
we'll see you again. Thank you for watching. Hi guys, it's Archie Luxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW, David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW.